Welcome back. USD football's win over Bowling Green this past Saturday marked the first time since 1957 that the Coyotes opened a season with 2 road wins. Putting that in a little better perspective, the last time the Coyotes opened a season 2-0 on the road was before Bob Nielsen was even born. How about that? Needless to say, there's a lot to be excited about with this season start in Vermilion. And to chat a little more about the weekend win, here's Jay Elsen with Coach Nielson.
Well, it is always big news when an FCS team knocks off an FBS team. USD, of course, did it Saturday with that 35-27 win at Bowling Green. And, Bob, not the first such victory for the Coyotes, but how big is this one for this program and what you're trying to build here?
Well, it's another step in the right direction. Bowling Green's a good football team. They've got excellent personnel, just like you would expect from an FBS team. And I thought our guys not only just went toe-to-toe, but really took the game to them from start to finish. And so a game that we can certainly build on.
So what impressed you most? I mean, and maybe you just alluded to it there. What impressed you most about the way that your team got this win?
Well, I think the way that we finished the game. The Bowling Green was kind of clawing their way back into it, and then we turned the ball over and give up some points off of that turnover. And then our offense put together a drive that extended the lead back. And then later in the game actually burnt about 5 minutes off the clock. All things that we struggled with doing a year ago.
Yeah, it was a great effort all the way around, that's for sure. But was there a particular play or moment in this one that you think was especially significant?
Well, I think our last touchdown, that response drive that we needed in the fourth quarter, was a really important drive. Chris had a couple of runs in there, a couple of completions that kept that ball moving, and then Mike Frederick's touchdown run to put us back up by 2 full scores was really a big series for us.
Got to talk about your quarterback, Chris Streveler, outstanding again. I heard you call him a warrior after this game, and his numbers certainly support that description. Threw for 306, ran for 119, 4 total touchdowns on the day. Already picked up a National Player of the Week, FCS honor, MVFC Offensive Player of the Week. He's got a lot of great qualities, Bob, obviously, but if you had to pick one, what would you say is his most valuable trait?
Have to be his competitiveness. He's one of those unique players that makes everybody around him better. And he drives them with his competitiveness. And it was fun to watch that on the sideline with him and our guys respond to him as a leader.
Oh, he's had a lot of good weapons. That's another thing that we've talked a lot about with him leading up to this point. Cody Case certainly proving to be one of them. The true freshman out of Iowa has had a great start to his college career, touchdowns in each of his first 2 games. He is a pretty dynamic little weapon there.
A young guy that just keeps getting better and better. He's going to be a really exciting player to watch. Not only playing on offense, but helping us in the kicking game. But really fun to see what he's been able to accomplish already.
How about defensively in this one? What was the highlight for you there?
Well, I think 2 things, really. First of all, the play by our defensive backs. When we got them in a position where they were behind, they decided that they wanted to try to test us deep. And our defensive backs consistently were in good position and coverage. Made it difficult for them to make big plays over the top. And the other thing is we put consistent pressure on the quarterback with our front 4. And when you can do those 2 things in combination, you can be a good pass defense team.
After the game, you said it. It's a big win, but it's one win. And with that in mind, how do you channel the excitement coming off this one moving forward?
Well, I think it's about continuing your momentum. These first 2 weeks we've won games, we've done some things well, we got better, and now we've got to continue to get better this week. Playing a team that in North Dakota that was a national playoff team a year ago, a team that's a top 10 nationally ranked team, and having that opportunity to be at home for the first time, I think all of those things will certainly generate a lot of enthusiasm from our football team for this week.
Yeah, Coyotes 2-0 for the first time since 2006, taking on North Dakota this Saturday here in the Dakota Dome. We'll have more on that matchup coming up later this week.
All right, great stuff. Thanks, Coach Nielsen and Jay. As Jay mentioned, a top 25 matchup in the Dome this weekend with the Fighting Hawks ranked number 10 and the Coyotes rolling in at number 23. We're all looking forward to that matchup on Saturday. When we come back, we hear from Grand Forks Midco SN's Alex Heiner and Fighting Hawks football head coach Bubba Schweigert about UND's shutout wins. Stay right here.